Wholesale on eBay is generally considered the next step from dropshipping or online retail arbitrage. For sellers, this can feel a little daunting. However, wholesale can feel like you have a bit more of a business as you have something tangible and have something that you can actually touch and feel. So let's go over the differences between the models and some tips and tricks on wholesale that I can give you. We will compare wholesale with arbitrage, private label, and dropshipping. So, wholesale versus arbitrage. Although arbitrage is a great barrier to entry, there can be some drawbacks to the model. For example, arbitrage is the process of buying items from retail stores and reselling them on eBay. However, some arbitrage products can be short in supply, and once gone from a store at a certain price, they cannot be purchased again. Or you may have to source from another store, hopefully at the same price. Unfortunately, this does not help you with a product listing, as you want the listing to be in stock all the time in order not to lose the position in best match. With wholesale, you should be able to obtain a steady and consistent flow of products, so you are never out of stock. This is crucial for any eBay listings, engagement, and velocity. The price may not be much different. It's the availability that's key. So let me just give you a tip. Wholesale or distributors will have a price list of their stock. The key is to build a relationship with your sales representative and nurture that relationship, as it will help you when it's time to negotiate a discount on your next bulk order. Don't forget that your profit is not only in the sales price, but it's also in the purchase price too. Now let's compare wholesale with private label. Private label is the model where you create a product and have it manufactured under your own brand. Whilst private label can be an extremely profitable proposition, there is a number of demands, one of which is the financial commitment, which can be a challenge. With wholesale, however, you have the advantage of purchasing brands that are already well known, and this can have a great impact on a product listing. Customers can be hesitant to commit to an unknown brand, whereas wholesale is not at all like this. A tip I can give you is that with wholesale, you can pick from a vast array of well-known and high-selling brands. Use the Zeek product research tool to find the best-selling products from a brand. It's also a low-risk strategy, as you've already checked for demand and competition. Now, let's compare wholesale with dropshipping. A lot of people ask me about this. Dropshipping is the model where sellers list a product on eBay that they do not own or are in possession of. And then when an order is placed and paid for by the buyer, the seller then places the order from the supplier and usually then has the item shipped directly to the customer. Dropshipping is one of the easiest barriers to entry. However, with this comes high competition for the same product. And as with high competition, profit margins can be hit. With wholesale, however, and depending on how much you order, you can go wide and shallow with your inventory. So this migrates against risk and can minimize issues with cash flow. Look, wholesale gives sellers a great opportunity to think a bit differently. By simply doing some product research, you can find a brand or non-branded product that has good sales velocity but poor quality seller listings. It is not uncommon to find some great selling products that you could take advantage of simply by adding better photographs, listing titles, which by the way, you can use the Zeek Analytics title builder for this, and of course, improving on item specifics. That's an important one. There's also some other things that need to be taken into consideration when it comes to wholesale. One of these is ensuring that when it comes to applying for an account, you have to ensure that you are showing the supplier that you're a real brand. Brands and wholesalers can and will have rules that you have to adhere to. So showing your seriousness will instill confidence in the supplier that they want to deal with you. Brands, distributors, and wholesalers are bombarded with applications for accounts all the time. So when it comes to account application, make sure that you give a professional appearance, even though you may only be starting out. Let me give you one more valuable tip. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone to a supplier. They have countless emails to go through, so think a bit differently about your personal strategy. Also, a professional email address such as name@businessname.com will give off a professional image and it sets the tone. Dedicated email addresses are very cheap to run with, some offering a free email from a domain name registration with a hosting company. Along with this, a landing page can be very little cost or even free. That will give your suppliers somewhere to look. Some suppliers like sellers who will look after their brands and integrity, and a website will offer some reinsurance. If wholesale is auctioned correctly, this can be a big game changer for businesses. Of course, you may need to budget to get going, but the rewards and scalability could far outweigh arbitrage or dropshipping. It's also worth mentioning to give balance that you may also need space to store goods, but if you have a good inventory management system in place, you could work on a minimal space. Important tip here. Unlike other marketplaces, eBay gives you the unique opportunity to own your listings. So all parts are under your control. Just doing some enhancements that are better than your competition could make all the difference. And as mentioned previously, the beauty of wholesale is the replenishment. So you are never out of stock. To conclude this video, wholesale is a great opportunity for eBay with some focused product research. Don't forget that Zeek is a great time saver for this, identifying the gaps that you can capitalize on and creating stunning product listings. There is no reason why this model wouldn't work.